Here we go again. Here we are once again in the same old debate or wrestling with the tired, worn out, and tattered banner surrounding equality of African Americans. This time it is in the entertainment industry connected with the Academy Awards and the lack of representation of actors or films of color in this year's upcoming event. I'll be honest with you, I had something totally different in mind for this week's edition of Practical Assertion, but I was inspired by a conversation that I had with my beautiful wife on the way to her office this morning. We heard another report about the nominations and boycotts, and it spurred a very interesting dialogue between the two of us. Let me go on record to say that I was surprised to hear all of the brouhaha surrounding this age-old topic. Blacks or African Americans have forever been overlooked in the entertainment industry, and I thought that it was just a foregone conclusion that that's the way it is. I saw Jada Pinkett Smith's post and I was impressed with her position. She was very articulate, reserved, and respectful. I understood the issue and her reason for boycotting this year's event. Then on yesterday, I saw a post from Stacey Dash which offered a totally different perspective, where she declares that there is a double standard because we have BET Awards and the Image Awards. She said either we want to have segregation or integration. If we don't want segregation, then we need to get rid of channels like BET, ... It's a double standard, she says. She even goes on to say that there shouldn't be a Black History Month. Really? Well, just looking at it on the surface, one might say, and I'm sure many have said, that she has a point. However, may I suggest that she may be looking at only one side of the coin? You do know that there are two sides to each coin, right? Perhaps Stacey needs to consider, first of all, why there is a Black History Month in the first place. For too long, history was, in my opinion, misspelled. It should have been spelled his story. Let me see if I can clarify my statement. Whomever tells the story is in control of how it goes. The storyteller has the right to include, and for that matter, exclude any information that they wish. And to be honest with you, I have no qualms about that. If, however, I don't like the way the story goes, I can reject it, rewrite it, or retell my version of it, or I can correct it. As a child, I had no recourse. I had to accept what was presented in schools and classrooms, what I was taught. I was even graded on the events as outlined to me, so that I had to store in my memory what I was told. I was fortunate to have parents who would share with us, my siblings and I, other perspectives and to be proud of who we are, but for many, this didn't happen. It wasn't until efforts like Black History Month, programs, and documentaries that told the other side of the coin that the masses had access to the contributions of African Americans throughout the correct way to spell it, history. Could it be, Ms. Dash, that this is the same reason that BET, the BET Awards, and the Image Awards came to be? Might it be that someone decided that the other side of the coin should be seen and recognized? After years of being overlooked, is it possible that African Americans decided that they too wanted to celebrate their accomplishments in the entertainment industry? My beautiful wife was adamant about the fact that African Americans in the entertainment industry should stop whining and just do their own thing, and I couldn't agree more. Her position is that we should just continue to pursue our own venues and companies in that industry, as some have, like Oprah Winfrey and Tyler Perry, and again, I couldn't agree with her more. But I must say that I have a slightly different attitude on the matter. While I have never worked in the entertainment business, I have worked in the past in an industry that was dominated by white males, which, as I understand it, related to the Academy Awards, is run by predominantly old white men. Now, I don't have a problem in the race arena, but I worked for many years in the high-tech sales industry selling computers and storage that help major companies run their businesses. It was a constant struggle to get the same respect as my white counterparts. I had to work twice to 3 times as hard to make a living as they did. It was for this reason that I think that I understand the plight of the African American actors. It is not simply a matter of the award nor the recognition, but the weight that those awards carry with it. You have no doubt heard actors referred to as the Oscar award-winning actor ... In my ever so humble opinion, The African American actors are not whining, nor are they seeking validation. When I know what my skills, gifts, and talents are, I need not have anyone acknowledge that for me. I know who I am and I know what I am. I knew that I had the skills, talents, and abilities my counterparts in the high-tech field had, whether I got the recognition or not. Those actors who are boycotting, I don't believe for a moment that they are doing so for validation, but for respect. But you know what? Those who truly know who they are not bothered if their industry refuses to give it to them. Separate but equal didn't work in the education arena, but we were educated nonetheless in those schools until those who respected themselves and who, as a result, were not threatened by our abilities helped to open the doors to mainstream institutions. Those in control of the awards are obviously threatened by African Americans and our gifts and will continue to try to overlook the achievements made. The same insecurities were present in athletics, politics, and everywhere else, and you know how those institutions have turned. So stay tuned, excuse the pun. Just like in those arenas, the tides of change have already begun, and it is this realization that has caused them to make one last stand. If you are being subjected to this kind of treatment or failed recognition, just know who you are and keep doing you. For me, they made me a better salesman, and just know that talent can't be overlooked forever. Whether in your professional relationships, personal relationships, or whatever, remember, you can't change the people around you, but you can change the people you are around. Hang in there until they come around or you go around them. Let me know what you think, and let's keep rewriting history. See you next week for another edition of Practical Assertion. Take care. Please let me know what you think. Look forward to hearing from you. Goodbye.